The coach JB Sean Salisbury last chance Q. Quarterback seems to always be the talk, but man, when your best football player on the offensive side of the ball, well, your best football player in Tennessee, there's trade talk about Derrick Henry. This guy's a grown-ass man who dresses in a phone booth and he's a monster. Real simple, JB. The Titans seem to be rebuilding. Would you trade Derrick Henry? Don't do it. Don't do it, dude.
I would not. But here's my caveat to this. Here's my deal to this. If I had to ask you one question on a sidebar from this question,
okay,
have you seen the best of Derrick Henry, or is it ahead of him?
I think you could. I still think there's a window of a couple years of Derrick Henry's better football with a quarterback that the rest of the NFL is afraid of.
Okay. Having said that, this guy's carried the football more than anybody in the history of football in the last 4 years. And we know how this ends up. Football running back is a very short-lived position. That's why the Ecklers of the world and the Saquon Barkleys of the world are being tagged at minimum or not getting the bag they deserve. Eckler's a 1,600-yard-a-year guy, 20-plus touchdowns. He's underpaid. But you know what? They can get Bijan Robinson in the draft and not have to pay him. Okay. And that is just what the fact is. So, and I think that the Tennessee Titans, I love Vrabel, but I believe that they have really, really wore this dude into the ground and don't have a Super Bowl or a big-time playoff run to show for it. And that is why I would entertain it, but I'm on the side of keeping him and building around him.
Now, he's better. He's their best offensive player. You and I both know it. And one of the best in the league. And you're right about all that. Here's the thing. I wouldn't want to trade him if I was Tennessee, but if you really are, and a lot of people have them at 6 wins this year. So if you're at that mode, now's the time you got to pounce. You just do, because you don't have a Super Bowl quarterback on your roster right now. So here's what I'd do. Take this to heart. You want to know where he fits? If you're the Buffalo Bills, you don't have to carry it 40 times. Bad weather late in the season, you limit Josh Allen, because I know Sean McDermott wants to talk about, dude, we can't have you on the sidelines. You're no good to me being banged up. You limit that, add Derrick Henry, cold weather, he wears you out in December, and you give him 22 carries instead of 35 carries. You extend his career a couple of years. You give up a second or third round pick for him. They get a couple assets and maybe a conditional pick for Tennessee. Tennessee rebuilds, gets more assets than they need him. And the Buffalo Bills have a bell cow back that you limit his carries and you milk it for 3 years and hope you can win a Super Bowl. Simple. So if I was Tennessee, I would, because you're rebuilding. If you had a Super Bowl caliber quarterback, I wouldn't. They don't. If you're Buffalo, get into this mix or somebody like that he can bell cow you for 20 carries, not 35.
Yeah, I agree. I talked about that before, too. I mentioned the same thing, Sean. I said Buffalo's the perfect fit. It would force you to run the football. It would force you to run the football in that offense that they lacked in last year, in the lack of running Singletary. They didn't really use Moss like they should have, in my opinion, which only wore out Josh Allen even more.
And keep opposing quarterbacks off the field, JB.
And Sean, you know as I know, we like to say that we got the stones of a mountain lion, and we carry all this weight on us. I get it. But you know as well as I know, as a coach calling the plays, eventually we don't want to put all this onus on our QB to make every precise throw, big-time throw, down the stretch, fit it in a window with the 30 seconds left to win the game. We would like to make it a little easier on our guy that has yet to have real playoff success. Let's make it a little easier on him. Let's get him this big hog. Let's run the ball 25 times with him at least. And then let's use some run game with Josh Allen behind him, window dress. Now you got a complete package. You're not going to trade for Derrick Henry and not run the football. That is why I do like the Buffalo trade. Anything else, I stay in Tennessee.
Yep, I get it.
Don't miss this regular banter every single day. It's not only barbershop banter. It's the greatest football talk on the West Coast, in America, you name it. Down south to up north, last chance Q. We're bringing the fire every single day. Don't miss it. Subscribe to our Patreon today. $19.99 a month. You get all of this exclusive context, plus you get all the NFL breakdown and film breakdown, plus the college quarterback breakdown. as we do our mock draft here in the next 2 weeks. Don't miss it. Last Chance Q right here every single day. I appreciate you. Peace.